Yep, we're good.
Right, our final game underway here. It's going to be Hobart Phoenix taking on Launceston. Ronald Riggs, Justin Bryan with you here. Game 5 of 5 for the day. And we're into our final game. Lockie Rice from downtown, who's got a permit to play with Hobart Phoenix this weekend.
I was going to say, I noticed the young fella.
Yes, he certainly has. If you can put your headset on for me, please. Meanwhile, Harry Flint, the Northwest Thunder player, throws one down on the tip jam.
Yep, I'll get you in a second. I've got to stretch out and put yourself right.
That's all right. Davey,
A one-handed wham bam jam, thank you, man.
there we go. Thank you very much. Ferguson looking for Rice. Rice over Hadley, and of course that is the big signing here for Launceston in the State League, getting the guard from the Geelong Supercats in the NBL1 South competition, Gabe Hadley.
Yeah, quite an acquirement there, and certainly a game changer. Gabe obviously coming down, had a nice game with Geelong. There he is there.
There he is, just short on that one. And of course, yes, no, we had Gabe earlier in the year when the Supercats took on the Chargers in the NBL1 South competition. Boucher inside to Howlett, and Hadley able to reel that one in. And now the ball back with Flint here. Flint going for back-to-back dunks and drew the foul on Lockie Rice. And
Lockie Rice having his senior season debut, I do believe, this year, Ronnie, when he was playing with the Dominoes. Obviously, Dominoes not with a state side, but he was a perennial scoring threat in that league and has certainly been a nice little threat early on in this one. Am I correct in saying that he's past 22s?
no, he's been playing in 22s.
Oh, yes, he's been playing. That's what I was going to say. I've seen him playing Hobart 22s as well, so he's been a nice addition there as well. But, had a nice season with Dominoes and was among the top 10 MVP vote getters. And probably relished as well as the foul has been called there.
Foul on Moses Van Den Berg.
And he would have
Vandenberg.
just finally there on Lockie Rice, would have relished the opportunity of having played next to Tad Duffelmeyer for most of the SBL season.
Absolutely. And Callum Boucher for 3. And they will hit the shot clock.
A violation there.
But yes, Lockie Rice did play with, Tad Duffelmeyer, as you mentioned. Of course, now Tad Duffelmeyer signed with the Adelaide 36ers for the upcoming NBL season. And we'll see Tad back in Hobart for the season opener on December 3rd as the Jack Jumpers open their account officially. So Ferguson here now with the ball, has Boucher in support, uses him.
Oh,
over
athletic
Hadley,
move.
and good work there by Callum Boucher.
Yeah, a lot of talk about Cal Boucher over the last few months, particularly just athletically, how his size and his strength and his physical development at 6'6", an NBA size 2 guard.
As Hadley just off on that one, and then Davey thought about it, but he slows this one down. So Boucher. Now Rice with the starting call-up too. That's interesting to see.
Yeah, just
funny enough.
Yeah, just looking at the bench. I mean, Jordan Walker would have been the point in this one, but I believe they've got Dwayne there at the moment to try and settle things.
So Rice puts up the shot, can't get it to go. Howlett there for the scraps and the 2.
Yeah, nice to see Caden. Sorry, not Caden, that's his brother, Jack Howlett, out there as well. He's been getting some good minutes at local level as well.
Yeah, so Cocker with the ball here. As he works his way through, kicks this one out to Templar. And knocks it down.
That's another 3. So a good start here, backwards and forwards. 6-all on the game. Launceston running with a nice deep bench. Such is the depth that local Tommy Foster has seen the pine.
Yes, he's suiting up once again for Launceston. Played in round 1 with the Lonnie Lightning. So good to see he's staying true to his home base, originally where he's from. As Rice puts up a tough shot. Now, we've seen that time again in under 22s at the moment where Rice can just make something out of nothing on those shots.
Yeah, an unconventional shot. A nice little floater there. It's Hadley inside.
Nice try by Gabe Hadley. Can't get that to go. Ball goes out of bounds.
And that will be...
And I'll be interested to see too, JB, with Gabe Hadley being down here, but how much basketball has he been putting in?
Yeah, especially considering the lockdown. I mean, the other question is, how long has Gabe been in Tassie?
That's right. That would be the other point too. As Boucher goes to Rice here on the run. Rice then can't reel that one in.
Yeah, he's fumbled that one away. And again, more dangerous Mustakas out there. I know Will Ferguson's making an attempt. Will Davies only 14 and he's doing better than me. But Cal Boucher with a very impressive top lip caterpillar operation there.
So Cocker with it. Gets that on ball. And then tries to go into Moses Bangor.
Good hands by Rice, who nearly steps out of bounds. Now,
Ferguson into Howlett on the play. Ball goes out of bounds.
And yeah, just a bit of professionalism there from Gabe Hadley. He knows the angles. He'll know where to work. He'll know where he can can gain any slight advantage.
Absolutely. He knows the court well. He's played on this floor many, many times before, so he will be well accustomed to the surroundings here.
He is originally a Launcestonian, isn't he?
A Devonport boy.
Devonport. Well, there he would definitely be familiar with this floor.
So, Rice.
Oh, lovely drive there by Lockie Rice.
To go.
And he's a big body. You don't quite realise that Lockie Rice definitely a solid 6'3".
He certainly is, and, you know, as Flint goes up, can't get it to go. I'll come back to Lockie Rice in a second here as Boucher brings the ball down. But just with Lockie Rice here, you know, he's improved over the last few years. Good pass into Howlett.
Yeah,
good
nice
play.
there.
You know, so really good to see Lockie Rice stepping up finally to club level, where I think I was trying to tell him 4 years ago when he was at college to do that already. So...
And obviously, probably just a little bit behind because he is that late developer to college.
Yeah, late bloomer.
To college, to club, I should say.
As Vandenberg missed a 2. Hadley for the 3. Can't find the rim, the hoop at this point in time.
12-6. That's Hobart in the lead here.
Yeah, Hobart just come out a bit more better in this first quarter. Oh, geez, that's a brick from Boucher. We won't do anything there. Hadley finally
nice
gets the
finish.
2. And that cheapie should get him going.
And I think one thing too that we mentioned, Ronnie, or just something to mention, scoreboard here says light and dark. We actually do run with left and right. So despite the fact that Hobart in the darker uniforms and the darker numbers, they are in fact the team registered light on the scoreboard.
Yes, that's correct. Templar with the rebound here after the miss from Ferguson. It looks like Foster and Cox are looking to check
pass.
in. Good run to Moses Vandenberg. He gets the 2 there, so good running there.
Yeah, wonderful finish there by Vandenberg. A quick little pass, and this game ticking along. 4:44 remaining in the first, and back and forth action here.
Absolutely. So Ferguson now.
Another young fella who's really taken some strides this season.
Davey, the veteran here, now kicks out. Boucher now goes up the shot. Flint playing some good D there. And then Rice will get the O board and the putback as well too.
Yeah, Lockie Rice really working hard, getting those second chance opportunities, but he's been the lead scorer for this team so far.
Certainly has. Hadley thought about it now, puts it to the floor, and then good hands there. Now Flint back out to Templar. Templar works his way over Rice. Yes.
Yeah, nice little shot there, and unconventional on the perimeter there. Templar just sort of looks like he short-handed a little bit, but that's a smooth jumper from inside.
Yes, very crafty, I must say. Davey. Now Rice. Rice looking for the handoff here to Boucher. Boucher pull up from the top of the key. Can't get it to go off glass. A little too strong as Cocker now gets his way through a few and goes up. Good rebound by Flint and the putback.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Hobart take a timeout. Well, they've actually got the timeout button highlighted, but they haven't taken it yet. So maybe that's a Corey.
Boucher spin move inside. Can't get that to go. Now Templar. Cocker back to Templar for the layup and gets the 2 to go.
Now that timeout light is still highlighted.
And
unless there's a specific time that Dwayne wants, Corey wants that.
I have no idea, unless the bench had put on the wrong switch. Meanwhile, Howlett missed everything.
We haven't had a shot to be. Well, yeah, I thought after a shot you definitely
and
could.
Templar just going coast to coast and gets it to go. He'll draw a foul and go to the line for 1.
Now we're watching the Hobart bench stand up. Tristy Ferguson signals a timeout, so the timeout is taken, and I think they probably wanted that maybe a couple of shots ago, but I mean that's a nice little burst by Launceston there, quickly backwards and forwards. They're quick with their passing, they're effective with their passing, they're attacking the rim, they're not settling, and they're working their way outside in. Ultimately what's got them their scores. Now, to be fair, Hobart have, for lack of a better term, they've laid some bricks at this point. You know, there's been a couple of off shots, nothing but backboard, you know, some rough takes here or there, but it's just good to see Launceston up and about. And I mean, compared to where they were in week 1, they're looking like a much solid unit. And no doubt throughout the weekend will probably cause some fixture disturbance and change the outlook of things with their results.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be interesting to see how both teams come out as time out here. So Launceston not much change from their lineup from round 1, bar the addition of Gabe Hadley into their lineup. And then for Hobart Phoenix, it is that addition of Lachlan Rice into their into their starting lineup as well too. So it's always interesting with State League. Round one you could have a team of such and such, and then round two make some adjustments and get another player in. So both teams here, are trading there for top four spot. Probably more Hobart than Launceston. I know Launceston didn't have the best first round.
Yeah, well, see Tommy Foster on the daily. He's always at work there shooting hoops, but I know, having spoken to him, they're looking at the likes of a Hobart, they're looking at the likes of a Grenadiers, and they're potentially looking at the likes of an Ulverston as those three keynote teams that, they need to disrupt if they want to be a chance, and certainly the three teams that will, be vying for that other four spot with them. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting round of games tomorrow as well too, as we get to pretty much crunch time before Gala weekend. Ball goes out of play.
Corey Davey has checked in here.
He certainly has.
And Jordan Walker has as well.
Henry Cox is coming in for Bradley Timper. So we'll be interested to see what goes on here with the current lineups out on the floor. Hadley decides to go for it and gets it to go from downtown. Gabe Hadley from deep.
Bottom of the GD net. Massive shot.
So finally, Hadley, after spraying his first few, finally getting going here. And as Cam Brown just comes past us, meanwhile, Lachlan Rice puts it up. Can't get it to go.
Do we have Ulverston on our
schedule
next week?
We have Ulverston tomorrow, so looking forward to finally covering them as Gabe Hadley gets back-to-back baskets.
Yeah, massive here. And Launceston have really sparked this one. They're out by 9 with just over 2 and change remaining in the first term. And Hobart, again, they just need to settle. They need to get a basket or they need to get to the line.
So Davey, in-turn Boucher.
Yeah, not the greatest pass off.
No, it wasn't. Boucher... Well, hit the free lane. I thought he might have thrown that one down, but just a nice layup in the end.
Yeah, and that's a nice little confidence boost for Cow to be able to just see that ball go through the net. He hasn't had the easiest start to this game.
And Cocker, now Cox for three. Just can't get that to go. Boucher with the rebound.
Yeah, there's that athleticism. Down the court with relative ease too.
Yeah, so Boucher now trying to go baseline, kicks out Davey, in-turn Walker for three. Can't get that to go. Benson with the rebound. Now Cox up the floor here to Cocker.
And, of course, Rice had played with Walker a little bit earlier in the season as well. No bounce there.
And then Davey with the rebound there on that miss. So Hobart back down the floor here as the Davey boys combine. And now Boucher getting that on ball from Rice. Rice then seals. Now goes down to him. So not a bad matchup here. Rice and Hadley. Now Davey for a long two, yes.
Yeah, very nice. And there's that signature Corey Davey struck back when he hits the top of the key jumper. And Corey coming out of retirement again for this one.
Yes, he can nearly call it the John Farnham Tour.
No, I don't know about that. He hasn't had that many, nor is he that old.
Right, fair enough.
Closing in on it, but
yes. Fair enough, JB. Meanwhile, Hadley to Cox. Cox finding middle over Davey. And Davey
bit of contact there.
And Davey giving him a bit of a hard bump there on the way through.
G'day, how you going? Corey Davey's not a small man either. 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" range. And
yes.
I reckon he's well north of the century.
So Henry Cox at the line. And, of course, Henry Cox, a former Scotch Oakburn student. Of course, they won the Stardust statewide title back in 2019. If I'm right, or 2020. Actually, no, back in 2020. So last year they won it over GYC. And good to see Henry still continuing on his basketball, which is absolutely fantastic to see. So Davey getting over halfway here. Closely guarded by Tommy Foster, who's been playing with Grenadiers in the under-22.
Oh, the spin by Davey. Get inside,
Davey
he says.
Winding back the clock. Rice with the O board.
Didn't get off the floor in the second. Got the third. Got the fourth and one.
Third time's a charm, and he loves that. That will be on Benson.
That one's on bench and no hedges.
Yep, that's right. So good to see, and like I say, good to see Lockie Rice out on the floor here for Hobart Phoenix as well too. Yes, it's certainly really improved his body shape and weight. He's really now fit and well, and is really good to see. So certainly showing good improvement over the last few years. Hadley with the ball here. Final play here of term number one. Hadley closely guarded by Walker.
Oh, the eyes.
And then Letty here, kick out to Benson on the drive. Benson, unorthodox move, just can't get it to go. Now, Davey can throw this one up. No, Walker on the quarter time buzzer is way left. And quarter time sees Launceston up by 3. 23 plays 20.
And a very interesting quarter there, nicely backwards and forwards. Hobart come out with an advantage, particularly off Rice on that play there, but slowly just worked a few different things around, some ball movement there by Launceston, and then Gabe Hadley and everyone's just started hitting shots, moving the ball. Nice passing, opening the space, driving well, and they managed to maintain that, gain that lead back. But a nice little reply there by Hobart to the end. Some good intensity, and let's drag that one back to 3. So 2023, I think, of a fitting scoreline and reflective of certainly the action we've seen to open every other game so far this afternoon, Ronnie.
Yeah, it certainly has been. And it's been some good basketball on display here today on court number 1. And looking forward to tomorrow as well too. So both teams in there. Coach Hayden there just, again, working his whiteboard, and Corey Davey, just talking to his troops as well too. So it is, it's good to see. And been a long day. We've been at it since about 11, getting everything set up and whatnot, JB. So
it hasn't been the shortest day in the world, that's for sure. We were up and on the road by 7 o'clock, heading out of Hobart. Got here about 10:30, and then as I went to get some supplies before the game at 20 past, found out that there's no FPOS here. There is no FPOS, so made a mad dash to the ATM, got some cash, was here within the first 2 minutes of the game, which was pleasing.
Yes.
So, and we've had some pretty good contests as well. Our opening game between Burnie and the Kings started to blow out a little bit, but the execution of Burnie was fun to watch. Watching Wynyard, BTAS coming out really, really strong in their game, and just to watch Wynyard try and fight that back, to watch Mike Carina go to work was always good to see. Game 3 was our girls' game, and again, BTAS really lifting the intensity and let that carry on through their game as well. Just had our game then, the big dunking German.
Yes.
A massive, massive basket there, and apologies if he is not German, but the nickname I have heard around the traps is the German Jesus. And obviously this one here has started out well. So it's been a very good first day of what has been an exciting round 2 of State League.
Absolutely. Letty gets us restarted and drew to foul there on Davey. So Letty just finding that way through. We'll go to the line for 2. So Jai Letty, up-and-coming youngster from Launceston, played his junior ball with Chapara in the Launceston competition. And good to see he's, and of course he's represented state level as well too. So missed the first, knocks down the second.
And Hobart here just need to be proactive. It is only a 2-possession game, but just with the way they're playing, there is that chance that they certainly get the, as Corey wants that off arm, the no-look pass. Couldn't get that go. Rice, second option, gets that to drop finally. But again, it's these little things. They're going to need to start executing on these ones as well. They now need to stop. They can't allow Launceston to just build that momentum they did in the first.
So Cox into Benson. Now Benson needs to wrap that one out. Here's Letty. Now Foster for 3.
Oh,
in and out on that one.
Easy rebound,
Josh Guy there with the O board, and then Foster for the floater. Can't get that to go as well too. So now Boucher up the floor here.
A double screen there too on Foster, so they really wanted to clear out that space.
Walker puts it to the floor, has to kick it out. Here's Davey. Now to his brother in Dwayne. Now handoff here, Boucher. Shot clock at 10 for Hobart here. As Davey goes to work here. 1-on-1 with Cox, and then Davey with that nice move off glass.
Yeah, very nice move. Their uncharacteristic. Dwayne certainly the defensive anchor and sort of the floor general, the captain, so to speak, of this team.
So Cox for 3, just off on that one, and Foster should save that. And does. Now Cox once again into Guy. Has to kick it out. Foster from deep this time. That hit the side barn. Now, shot clock at 3. Cox needs to get it up.
That'll be a violation.
Just short on that one as far as the time to get the ball up was concerned. Time at 24 here, 8:26 remaining here. Second quarter as Corey Davey does his shoelaces up.
And a good call, certainly a good start here by Hobart. Got that basket, got a couple of stops. So Launceston are going to be ruining the fact again. We talk about it all the time, second and third opportunities. Well, they had fifth and sixth opportunities there. Couldn't capitalise. Hobart looking to take the lead.
So Walker Finds an opening, goes to Davey. Davey now kick out here. Walker, Davey. Davey for another long two. Can't get that to go.
Rice
with the O
again.
board. And it's been a good acquisition here for Hobart Phoenix getting Lockie Rice because he's been pretty good on the board so far on the offensive end.
Yeah, he's got a fair bit of size about him too, and that's been the bonus. Good hands there by Rice. Couldn't force that one out. Foster doesn't mind a shot, though.
And Foster knocks it down. He's been working in that shot lab as well, too, back home, JB.
Yeah, and he's been on floor doing some work as well. And when Rasmus Buck and James Reid were there, he was working with them as well. So he's really endeavouring to improve his game, young Tom Foster.
Absolutely, which is great to see. And good to see he tapped into Rasmus Buck as well, too, for his development, which I think is fantastic to take advantage of. Meanwhile, ball went out of play as Boucher just put his foot on the line. Substitutions here. Harry Flint will be coming in here for Tommy Foster.
A quick break by Tom, who I know had a bit of a sore arm during the week. I think he'd had his second COVID shot. But with that last one that dropped, it certainly didn't look like it was bugging him too much.
No, certainly not. So Benson here with now with Guy. So Guy puts it to the floor. Kick out here to Letty. Letty goes for three and gets it to go.
Flat as a tack, but it gets over the bottom of the rim. That's all that matters.
So Walker here goes for the reverse and just a bit too much spin on it and sees that one go out.
Yeah, just needed to slow himself down a little bit, Geordie. He does have a lot of pace.
So Letty here pulls this one up. Now Benson attacks the middle, goes up, rejected by Davey. Good work by the veteran there. Letty able to go for back-to-back triples. Try Letty, come on down.
So that's just extended the lead back out to 7 points here. So 3-possession game. Hobart had that potential to take that lead, haven't been able to capitalise, and Launceston feel like they're hitting their straps.
Absolutely. So Walker here. Now Rice. Rice looking to attack middle. Puts up a tough run. Can't get that to go.
I think there was a hand amongst that there.
Davey, and we'll get the two to go. That's going to be on Benson. Benson saying it's on the floor. It's a block. Okay. I thought he might have.
Nah, there was no. I couldn't hear any talk. I've got one.
No, I thought then because Benson had kind of, thought why the block
verbalised his frustration.
Yes, and then I thought we were going to see a T there, but no, timeout was the call from referee Anthony Scott.
So yeah, smart call there, and again Hobart just. As I mentioned, ruining some opportunities. Launceston have come back and gone bang, bang, and this is ultimately what they did in that first quarter. Hobart had that lead, had the game in control, then all of a sudden Launceston come down. Hobart can't buy a bucket, can't get a stop, then things change. So, for Hobart here, they just need to quell that process and hope it doesn't happen again. But at the moment, they're showing some good signs. Again, that size of Lockie Rice on that board is tremendous. It's allowed Callum Boucher to free himself up and utilise his athleticism, but I do just wonder whether maybe we want to see Cowell attack that rim a bit more and maybe at times see Lockie on the other side of the floor as another dive-down option on the drive and a kick-out, just to utilise Cowell a little bit more. But I'd be very interested to see Cowell Boucher get into this game.
Yes, he certainly will be. Good to see him. Good to see him up here this weekend as well too. So, Hobart coming out of the huddle. As Launceston will eventually come out here. So, 6:33 remaining here in the second quarter as we come to you from the OBC Stadium here at Ulverston. A lovely day out here as I could have a quick look out through one of the windows here, and it looks beautiful outside. So, a lovely day after what has not been a great week weather-wise, and maybe would this be a delay of game on Launceston for overgoing the timeout or something? No, Connor Westwood obviously querying something.
They've called it.
Yeah, they have called it.
So we're just going to...
I'm just trying...
Oh, hello. So we've got some dispute.
So Coach Hayden needs to just be a tad careful. Now, Corey Davies just smiling. Okay. Now, let's hope. So the technical fouls for a delay of game because the Launceston team were in their timeout timeout huddle for way too long. Now Coach Hayden is very frustrated.
Mate,
because it's like...
I'm just telling you now, well, they can hear what we're saying.
Yeah.
The Cows missed the technical, though.
So now David will go back for 2. So referee Anthony Scott saying he told him twice to 3 times to come out of the huddle, but we couldn't pick anything up on from where we are, JB. So
no, and we were not even worried about that.
No, we were still talking on about something else, totally different. So some slight confusion reigning here at the OBC Stadium.
Callum took the foul shot.
Yep. I'll give him a thumbs up, yeah. Well, anyway, back to the ball game. As Davey will now take his free throws for the foul that occurred on the play. And now that miss. Right, we should be back to some normality.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Back to normality. And Marnie's over there event managing, and she's had the head down the whole time. She was not worried about this.
All right, we got it on film. Meanwhile, kick out pass, Letty for 3.
That was a... Rice, I reckon he got a hand on that, Rice.
Yes, Rice had a hand on that as Walker comes back down the floor now.
Tell you what, that Delayer game was nearly as long as the bloody Delayer game we had in the women's.
Yes, with the iPad issue there. And Boucher he lost the handle. Good work by Guy.
Now that's a double dribble. Double dribble, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I believe that's what the argument is.
Yeah, Corey's saying that the ball got slapped out of his hands.
I think Callum argued the same thing too.
So, but referee Connor West would say no, he still had it in hand. So
anyway, 6 minutes to go on the second term. It's been a long day, Ronnie.
It certainly has been, JB. That is for sure. Cox working his way through.
Now, did Rice get a fist to that?
Well, that could be debatable on that one as Walker comes down, getting double teamed by Cox and Letty. Now Davey here, looking for Howlett at the corner. There's Howlett. Thought he had a shot there, but decided to give it up. So now Boucher goes, and that will be an offensive foul for an illegal screen.
Yeah, and Callum's got a sore back there.
Yeah, he's twinged his... Let's hope Callum's okay.
He's
because
just stopped himself here.
Yeah, he's certainly... if the Phoenix...
Hang on a sec.
If the bench can recognise here... Yep. He's not well. So
he's asked for the sub.
So Will Ferguson will come back in. And
so that was just, I reckon what's happened as he's come through, he's copped the repercussions of that screen.
Yeah.
But he's sore and
he doesn't look good.
Not good.
No, but let's hope he's okay. Let's hope he's okay.
So how we go. That's a changer in that one too. Again, probably the best athlete in this. Well, I would say probably the best athlete in this game. So he's going to try and have to stretch that. I reckon he's going to have to try and stretch that out.
Yeah, as Cox goes for the 2, can't get it to go. Howlett with the rebound.
And back injuries are the worst to deal with.
That's it. Absolutely spot on, JB. There's Ferguson. Now Rice for 3. And a bit long in that one. Letty with the rebound. And now Letty in turn to Flint. Flint goes cross court, and that goes over to the Lonnie bench. Substitutions here as Lockie Cocker comes in for Henry Cox.
I'm just watching Callum, how he's stretching out here. Okay. He's certainly working that glute as well, so he's obviously worked out what's going to help him.
So Davey now with the ball carrying duties. So now Ferguson for 3. Yes.
Nice shot by Will Ferguson.
He's not afraid to pull the trigger either, Will Ferguson.
And he's got a lovely shot on him too.
He does. And
I know that Anthony Stewart in recent weeks has been very impressed with Will's shot.
Very good to hear as now Letty kick out. Flint for 3. Just off on that one. Walker with the rebound. And now Walker bringing this one up here for Hobart. So Walker, and then pressure there by Letty. Now Walker looking at his options, needs to go to the other side here. They do now. Ferguson here at the top. Fine, goes middle, over.
Oh, William
can't get it to go.
deserved a bucket.
Cocker with it now as we come up the floor here. Cocker plays through contact.
Oh, good pass,
and
good steal
good work. Walker now to Ferguson. Ferguson with Letty the beat. And then good D by Jai Letty. And now Howlett. And then a
wasted pass.
Correct, JB, as Cocker now with it.
Lighting
and
just
a good
changed
screen,
again.
And that will be on Davey.
Yeah, that was a bit of contact.
Yeah, it certainly was. And Gabe Hadley will come back into the ball game for Jai Lette.
And Lette has been having a good little game so far. He's provided some scoring and he's stretching that floor. He's making the Hobart defence accountable.
Certainly has. And I should also mention too, a teammate of Sardines for Launceston College as well too, earlier this year at the State College Championships.
Shout out to Sire if you're tuning in and watching these Launcestonians.
Yes.
Or if you've been watching the Wynyard boys.
That's right. Hadley wanted to go to Van Derg. Couldn't get that one to go. Now Rice over Guy, yes.
Yeah, just big and athletic. A nice finish there. So that's a good finish. Tie ball game here, 33 apiece, 3:25 remaining in the first half, and we have a ball game on our hands.
Certainly have, as Moses Vandenberg, sorry. Thank you, JB. As Hadley, now to Guy for the 3. Just can't get that to go.
Out of the clouds.
Harry Flint with some
My
hops.
goodness, and a travel.
And travelling violation called. We have seen, of course, Harry Flint, a squad member with the Northwest Funder earlier this year, Brad Templar.
Understandable why.
Yes, he certainly has shown that he's got some hops. And, of course, he also played with Launceston College as well too, a teammate of Sardines as well too. So,
look at the athleticism. Just caught that one at rim height.
Yes, he certainly can get up there, that is for sure. Meanwhile, Walker to Ferguson. Ferguson goes baseline. Flint able to meet him there as well. Howlett and travel.
Caught a travel. Must have dragged the back foot.
I reckon so.
That's where 90% of our travels have come from today.
Yeah, more just the back foot being pivoted or dragged on the pivot. So it's been one of those fundamental days, that is for sure. Here's Cocker. Nice spin move. Kick out here to Flint. Flint needs to save it. Does. Now goes up over Rice. Foul was called. And that will be assessed on Lockie Rice. And he will go to the bench as Corey Davey comes back into the ball game.
So 2:45 remaining. This one really just slowly ticking away. Boucher's still on that bench, so I reckon they'll hold him to the half. Okay, they're just normal foul shot. And yeah, it is a normal foul shot. I just really
down the first.
Thrown here by everyone just walking away.
Oh, everyone does. That's the norm now these days. Everyone just huddles on that first free throw and they all walk in for the second one as Harry Flint goes 2 of 2.
So it's crazy to think, though, Ronnie, Gabe Hadley in this squad has made a little bit of a difference, but Launceston are just gelling at the moment. This is one of the better performances they've had through State League.
Yes. They kind of did struggle in round 1, but they're certainly getting their groove here in round 2 as well.
Ferguson, keep putting him up, young fella. Beautiful jump shot.
He knocks down another triple here. Hadley just slowing this one down. Hadley making a play call here. See what Hadley does. Gets through Davey. Wrap round pass to Flint is errant. And ball goes out of play.
So 2:14 remaining. 4-1 is the foul count on this one. Hobart leading by 1.
So Davey to bring it down here. Davey. Now Walker. Hobart run a high set here. Ferguson. Kick out. Howlett for 3.
Bang. Yes. Bottom of the net. Lovely.
And great to work. Great to see young Jack Howlett working that shot nicely for the triple.
Yeah, got a nice little spot there. So Hobart now up by 4. And now it's up to Launceston. How are we going to respond in this last minute? Gabe Hadley's not a bad try. We couldn't get that. Ferguson clears out. So
Davey comes down the floor. Davey slowing this one down. As Hobart seems to have a bit of control in this game here at this current point in time as Davey works it through, looking at an option. Howlett for back-to-back triples.
Follows his own shot, nearly commits the foul, got away with it.
He nearly did. Cocker with the rebound as we come back up the floor here. Cocker wanted to go to Hadley. Now Flint able to cut it. Now Hadley has it on cue over Davey. That was way right. Good rebound by Templar. And now Cocker has to look for a kicker.
Let's
Hadley
try
at the corner. Yes.
That's better. Bottom of the net.
And Gabe Hadley can knock that down any day of the week.
All Dwayne Davey could do was just sort of shake his head. I mean, you're going up against a current and very effective NBL 1 level player.
Yes.
And, Dwayne was a player in his own right.
Oh, absolutely. So Walker puts it to the floor, pulls up from the top of the key and rattles that one home. Yeah, so Phoenix got the lead here by 3 here. just on 30 seconds to play as Vandenberg gets the two to go.
Yeah, just bullied there on Walker. Walker just smaller. I mean, good effort on the first try by Jordan. That second effort, he was just out of position.
So shot clock and game clock, we were a 4-second differential. So Hobart will look to slow this one down, you would think.
Yeah, 12 on the shot clock.
So Davey, and then that's near. Well, I thought that might have been a legal screen there, as Howler was still moving on the play, but ball went out of play. So 11.6 to go here. Launceston can take the lead going into the major break, or not at all. We'll see what happens. Good heads-up play. So Cocker.
Oh, he gets the easy run to the basket.
Temple at the corner for three. Can't get that to go. Rebound by Flint. And gets the use of a friendly roll in the half-time buzzer. So an entertaining first half sees a 1-point ball game in favour of Launceston after the Launceston bench got picked up for a technical for delay of game. They lead by 1.
Yeah, we just had a small little confusing patch there and throughout this game, and it'd be very interesting just to see what both clubs do. They both need a spell. Just give me a second.
It's been a long day, folks. It has been a long day.
I'm starting to think about dinner at 7:30 at this point, Ronnie. We're just over an hour away from probably hitting the road for that one, picking up the fellas. Hopefully we're allowed to keep our gear here for the evening.
Hang on. I'll go find out now. I'll go down and see Marty. You can do a bit of the halftime wrap.
Okay, halftime wrap. If you don't want to know the scores, look away now. But no, 41-42, and again, that delay of game probably threw Launceston off a little bit. They're now back in front by 1, 42-41. And this is certainly a back and forth contest. You can certainly see the senior experience coming through for both sides. You can see the clear acquisition of Lachlan Rice helping out Hobart. And again, the extended halftime breaks here for State League. 5 minutes. Our referees Connor Westwood and Anthony Scott both called this game very nicely and have had reasonable weekends overall themselves. So for Launceston, the big key is coming out in that second half, and again, they're continuing to capitalise on them second chance opportunities. They're getting multiple. At times they're, getting up to a handful of opportunities as well. But that 1-point lead probably doesn't suffice enough. Meanwhile, another big story for Hobart. Cal Boucher with a back concern. Sat out the last 3 or so minutes of that quarter, but will be looking to get back in if healthy. Will Ferguson starting to hit some nice shots. Again, Lockie Rice still having an impact as well, using some height. Meanwhile, Launceston, shooters all over the floor. They're making the Hobart defence accountable and forcing them to, really pay attention. And again, those second and third chance opportunities, making sure they don't go awry. So 2:30 remaining in the timeout break. Gabe Hadley, the acquirement here for Launceston over this weekend, as Ronnie is just over in the background there confirming about leaving our stuff for the evening. It's been a pretty good day of hoops, and we're slowly tracking through. Scotty Boucher makes a slow trundle and a slow wander towards us. But it'll be interesting to see how Hobart work. I think at times they've been a little bit erratic with their possession, a little bit hastily. And again, that just comes from some inexperience at this level as well. But they've been able to get open looks. They've been able to capitalise on their open shots, which has been the bonus. And again, for Launceston, they are young, they are inexperienced, but they are having easily the best game of their State League competition so far, as big Scotty Boucher down the bottom, responding to my Chris Boucher block the other day. Hello, girls, dinner's on. Now, Ronnie, I want good news.
So the good news is we can keep the gear here overnight. We're going to have to put it in the room.
I said good news, not bad news.
Sorry, we're going to have to put My good news is we have to put in
Your
the
good news.
Yes, my good news is we have to pack it up and put it in the room there. Unfortunately,
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a saver for us. That saves us carting everything, and it's only a 5-minute pack-up job. We can essentially put it all in as is, pull it all back tomorrow, and then actually pack it before we leave.
That's right. So
that's a bonus.
Yeah,
We're about to come in, Ronnie. Now, I've just sort of said, the thing for Launceston is they're going to have to be accountable, and really start capitalising on these extra third and fourth opportunities. They are holding the defence accountable. They are gelling well, but they do need to capitalise on them. Meanwhile, for Hobart, probably slow down a little bit. Sometimes they're a little bit erratic. They're just running at pace and playing downhill. The other concern that's there, obviously, the inclusion of Gabe Hadley for Launceston's big, but Callum Boucher missing multiple minutes there at the end of that first half. It'll be interesting to see how he comes out as well.
it will be. That is for sure. So now Callum Boucher will start the second half, so he will test that back out. That is for sure. So glad to see he's out on the floor. So Vandenberg, Hadley, Cocker, Templar and Flint, and then Davey, Howlett, Ferguson, Boucher and Rice to get us going here in the second half. With 1 point lead here for Launceston. So Davey, now Rice. Rice trying to go middle, goes up, tough shot, can't get it to go. Good work by Ferguson who goes up, he can't get it to go either. Now Ferguson with his own board.
Clearly not entertaining Riggsy, who's trying not to fall asleep on a broadcast.
I'm trying. Meanwhile, Boucher for 3. No call on the play. So Flint, now Cocker. So Cocker goes exploring. Hadley, extra pass in the Templar. Now back to Hadley. Hadley thinking about it. Puts it to the floor. Pull up Jay. Just short on that one. Boucher to get the rebound.
He's
there.
a little ginger on that first step there, Cow. Still a good athlete, but looked very ginger by his own standards.
So Boucher slowing this one up. Davey handoff here to Ferguson. Ferguson to Rice, who's open for 3. Yes.
And that's why bottom of the net hit the bottom of the blue. And that's a minute gone in this third quarter. So we are sitting 44. It's all right. You're not in the way of the camera.
Meanwhile, Templar went up and Ferguson tried to go for the rejection, but drew contact.
Yeah, met well athletically there, but...
So Brad Templar to the line for 2.
As we line up for the free throws.
So Brad Templar, who's been around the traps for quite some time.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Shout out to Alistair Shea.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Now, can you hit the ring, son?
Yes, he can.
Well, if you hit the ring, you got the bottom of the net as a bonus.
I was trying to give some background information on him.
He has been around the traps for a while. He only just finding where the rim is. But
yes.
No, that's happens to the best of us, Ronnie.
That's it. There's
happened to me too much.
Now Rice puts it to the floor, and that's a blocking foul. That will count. I think it's going to be on Vandenberg. I thought Cocker was stationary. We'll see who this is on. Read 7. So that's Vandenberg. Yes, who came from the side. So Cocker was fine, as far as I'm concerned. Cocker asking the question.
And Scotty giving him the answer too.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ricey at the line here for 1.
Nearly got 2 games processed already, Ronald.
Oh, very good, JB.
And we'll have the third one. We'll process the third one while we're at dinner tonight.
Yep. And it's Boucher. Goes for it.
Bang.
And knocks it down from downtown.
Good start by Cow. That's what he needs. That's a confidence boost. So, again, back up by 6 here, Hobart. And they're now making Launceston really think and trying to hold them accountable for every possession.
So Cocker now to Vandenberg. Can't get it to go. Short-armed on that one. Boucher up the floor here. As Hobart are now up by 6 here, 49-43. And offensive foul's been called.
Yeah, that one's been called on Howlett for a legal screen. So,
can hear Dwayne Davey there for headset there. Trying to query that call.
Yeah, I believe he thought that the contact actually wasn't made and that the contact was made by the Launceston player to Davey, but saw it the other way. Good hands by Dwayne.
Nice
good
hands.
recovery.
So good hands by Cocker.
Need a bit more communication there, Hobart.
Yep, absolutely. Cocker slowing this one down. Here's Hadley. Now Templar, nice little hezzy move going right. Hadley open for 3. Just off on that one. Boucher thought about it and decides to not go with that NFL pass to Rice.
I don't know whether Cow's ginger here or whether he's just playing tentatively, but he does not seem himself after that bump.
No. So Rice goes for it. Can't get it to go. Good rebound by Howlett for the 2.
Well done there by Jack Howlett. It's good rebound, and again, a player who's really grown in the last few years, and as a player has really developed.
So Templar, now Cocker. Now Hadley here with it. Hadley looking at his options. Gets that quick on ball. Cross court here. Cocker at the corner. Good kick out there. Hadley for 3. Can't get that to go either. Again, it says haven't been that too bad from Launceston. Just haven't been able to get that shot to drop. As Boucher goes into Rice. Rice puts it to the floor over Vandenberg and gets the 2 to roll.
Yeah, nice drive there by Lockie Rice. Nice roll. And he's really making a statement here, Lockie Rice.
Certainly is.
Really showing that he deserves to be at this
throws
level.
one up. He wanted a foul. Can't get that to go.
Yeah, he really did. I think him and Callum Boucher are the one-on-one matchup here, and this will be very interesting because Callum does not back away from a battle.
No, he certainly doesn't. As Rice decides to go from area code range, not there, and then Cocker with the rebound. Now, Flint into Vandenberg, rejected by Ferguson. Get that out of here. Meanwhile, Flint goes for seconds and drew the foul on Ferguson.
Yeah, drew the foul the second time. Good first block, though, there by Will Ferguson. Put that one right against the sticker.
He got up right up there, yes.
Got that right against the sticker. So Lonnie to the line for 2, and they need this. They're now down by 10. So, again, it's just a little, one step at a time.
As Harry Flint knocks down the free throw. So Flint here. Solid game so far. He's been good, and that one just rattles home just nicely. So margin here back to 8, 53-45. We've played 4 minutes in this third quarter.
Started undoing the wrong part of the camera there,
dear. Okay, we're starting to sit down early here. Meanwhile, Howlett, now Ferguson.
Good defence there by Launceston.
Yes, good hands by Cocker. So Cocker with Rice to beat. Goes up, can't get the 2 to go. Good work by Flint, who saves it.
Yeah, got the result there, and I think he was unlucky there. Falls Cocker, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a bit unlucky. He was bumped twice, and referee just a little bit out of position, but Launceston get the resulting points.
So Davey looking to attack here. Now Boucher. Ferguson for 3. I think Flint got a hand. I thought Flint got a hand, but he got more arm than anything.
No, well, I know he definitely made contact. That was audible.
Yep.
And referee's right on the spot.
Yep. So,
as Connor just asked a question, I believe he's asking about a ride on the hip, obviously.
Yep. So Corey Davey with that hand, asking about the hand check, of course. So 2 more free throws to come here. As he...
can't get one to roll.
No. These rims are not the friendliest at times here at the OBC Stadium. And third one no good either. So 1 of 3. I don't think we'll be happy with that. As Templar comes down the floor.
He's had a nice little...
Is that a good runner?
Oh.
The run off the left.
He's had a good patch here, though, Will Ferguson. I mean, he just walled up there, couldn't get the block, but a couple of other times there he's had that block. He's been able to get to the line. He's had some good shots going. It's a nice little game.
So Rice, and then bumped into Vandenberg. Hadley with it now. Hadley to Flint. Flint goes up and can't get it to go, and then gets his own board. Goes for seconds. Can't get that to go, but drew a foul.
Drew a foul. Now, what have we got here? Is Lockie Rice... So Lockie Rice is bleeding.
Oh, yeah, he's got a bit of a cut.
Significantly. Significant bust on the head there.
So
are we going to get a look? I think we're going to have to... So where did that occur? Because ideally we're going to have to get someone to look at that spot.
Yep.
That was a clear nick on the head. That looked like the old WWE steel chair.
My word.
Right across the top of the scone.
You're not wrong there. Just getting some messages from some people here today as well too. Shout out to Curly Mitchell. Unfortunately, we're Yeah, we unfortunately couldn't live stream this weekend, so we're hoping live stream.
Give us a wave if you can hear us, Marnie.
Yeah.
I think she can. She's not saying anything.
No, she's looking over. Dear. And sent a message from Jordan Peel.
Now, hang on. There's
Yep.
one ask.
Okay.
Righto, good. They were clear there, one each. Just thought I'd clarify that for the viewers in case something happens.
Yep. All right, so both teams out of the huddle this time.
It was a second ask. That was a very audible ask. So we've got Boucher, Howlett, Davey and Ferguson. On the bench is, well, Davey and Walker.
So Harry Flint at the line once again. Knocks down the first, and right, Lockie Rice comes out of the change rooms. And Harry Flint knocks down the second. So margin back to 3 here, 54-51. There's Davey. Now here's Ferguson. Ball getting moved around sets of hands here. Put Davey down low. One-on-one with Foster.
Kareem.
And gets that 2 to go. Nice work by CD.
Yes, very vintage CD.
So Cocker coming down the floor. Lead back out to 5. Hadley from deep.
Very deep.
Can't get it to go.
Oh, deep sleep by the sound of it.
It has
Apologies, folks.
Yes, it has been a very long day here. Again, our 5th game of the day. So we are feeling a little bit tired. Davey into CD. There's Davey.
Tommy Foster's got 2 hands on him.
He does.
Worked through there, yeah.
Yep.
The call was going to be there, yeah. And that's what Corey's asking the question for. He's got that that CD strut every time he makes a big basket.
Absolutely.
I do love it. He's characteristic. Good character.
Yes.
But yeah, poor old Tom. He got no choice. Got to hold him up at that point.
Meanwhile, on the bench, Adrian Gusti and Jordan Walker working overtime with Lockie Rice over there. So he's bandaged up.
Good work, mate. There you go, boys.
Yeah, very good. Very good. He's giving us the thumbs up. So that's great live reporting there. Lockie Rice telling us he's okay and he'll be back out on the floor very shortly.
I was going to ask him how many fingers, but I'm afraid he might see double.
Oh, please. Meanwhile, Cocker puts up the floater. He'll draw the foul and we'll go to the line for 1. Nice work by Lockie Cocker.
Yeah, and Hobart can't sort of believe that one. That's just collapsing down. You can't help that.
That's right. Of course, Lockie Cocker, a former state player as well too, has come up through the junior ranks, now playing footy for South Launceston as well too. Used to play with the North Launceston Bombers as well too in the state league, but he played with South Launceston this year in the NTFA.
Right.
There you go.
Can you give me his family tree while you're at it? Jesus, that's good.
There's a few people I know quite well.
Oh, Bruce McArigsy.
Yes. Meanwhile, Howlett here, who of course will be playing some college ball soon as well too. Mainly high school ball next weekend. Davey, kick out. Here's Dwayne Davey, and then turnover there. Davey wanted a foul. I don't think that was coming. Hadley into Cocker. Good D by Will Ferguson.
Oh, Will Ferguson.
Yes,
yeah.
Will Ferguson. Will Davey hasn't seen.
He supported Lockie Rice pretty well. They defended that cut.
Yes, absolutely. So foul on the play. So Henry Cox here on the baseline. Now Benson. Hadley, fake. 1-step dribble is short. And then good work by Foster to get the board. Now Cox decides to try his luck from deep and gets it to go. Nice shot there by Henry Cox. So margin is back to 2. As Hobart did go out to a bit of a 5-point lead there. Now Davey with it. Down low here to Corey Davey. Now Boucher for 3. He's short on that one. Cocker with the rebound. Now Foster with Boucher to beat. Foster over. And nice soft touch by Tom Foster.
Yeah, nice finish there by Tommy Foster. 2:44 roughly remaining here in the 4th quarter. Sub and bonus in effect there for Hobart.
We are tied at 59 as well too, Jobo.
Corey is just hunting on this screen.
Yeah, he is.
And he's ready to lay into him too. They wanted the call too. Ferguson.
I was going to say, they want some. There's some mind games going on out there.
He's got that evil smile. I get worried when Corey smiles.
Yes. Meanwhile, Cox here at the baseline. Cox goes for it. Kicks out. Foster for three. That is a good shot by Tommy Foster. And Launceston retake the lead here on 2 minutes remaining here in the third.
Yeah, they've really fought back here. It was a 10-point game at one point, and this has been nice backwards and forwards. A very complimentary sort of contest here to end the day.
Absolutely. Davey for long two. Just flat on that one.
I wanted that strut back.
Cox with the rebound and a foul on the play.
Now, they're going to want unsporty here. I reckon they're going to.
There's going to be a conference. It's JB whispers. Yep, an unsportsmanlike foul will be called.
Called it.
So
he made a play on the wrist. He didn't make a play on the man.
Under the interpretation, and it doesn't sound right, but the interpretation says it's an unsportsmanlike. So as much as I think some people don't like it, the rule is there though to make sure that you have to allow that free play on the transition to go, rather than just to hold up the play. So Cox misses the free throw there. So margin out to 4. Is Launceston to get it back here at the top of the 3. So Cox to restart. So Cox with it. Goes over Ferguson. Can't get it to go. Now Boucher up the floor here. Here's Howlett. So good hands there by Cocker. Boucher. And then good hands by Hadley, who picks this one up and is up and running. Hadley slows that one down. Now goes this time. Kick out pass. Foster for back-to-back. Well,
no pass.
Way.
Good pass.
Yes. And
yeah, it was for back-to-back, but it wasn't.
No, that shot wasn't well executed by Tommy Foster. Meanwhile, Boucher banging bodies down low.
Oh, that's athletic.
Tough
that's a good
away.
shot. He saw, though. That's a lovely shot, but he saw.
So Cocker again working his way. Splits for a couple and nearly got it to go.
Dwayne Davey comes back from the change rooms.
So Boucher once again here with it. So again, good talk here by the Lonnie boys. And then Benson down low there, cover Howlett. Now
that's
Boucher
deep.
from deep.
Some 41.
And now
Rice back in the game.
Yes, back out on the floor with back to a tied ball game.
A nice rebound there by Lockie Rice. Good way to get himself back in. And I'm hoping that they've got plenty of paper towel around that band of tape, because that is going to hurt if not.
Yes, that will hurt, unfortunately.
Oh, the no
Benson,
look.
And then good defensive play by Davey, and ball got knocked out by Hobart Phoenix. So Cox to restart.
Alex, you'll hear this on tape. Don't even think about what you just attempted to do.
Okay, meanwhile, Hadley with it. Hadley from the elbow.
Yes. Good shot there by Hadley. That extends that one out to 2. Hobart have 14, about 10 seconds now.
So last play here of term number 3. Been a good game so far as Boucher now. Ferguson, game clock at 1. Davey needs to get up and will not get off in time. They waved it away. So Launceston will hold on to a slim 2-point lead going into last. It's 65-63.
And just the way this game's momentum has flowed, Hobart often come out with a blitz and Launceston finish fast. I mean, with this lead, it's going to need to be an extra blitz from Hobart, but I think Launceston, you know, they're going to feel they're in the driver's seat, and they're going to feel this is their opportunity to really take and really get a win on the board here. Meanwhile, for Hobart, they're battered, they're bruised, they're bleeding, they're sweating.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any crying, but there's a lot going on right now for the Phoenix, and I feel this is going to be a hell of an opportunity for them to again themselves try and get a good win here, but it's going to be composure. You know, they're going to have to ask a lot out of Cow. Cow's got that injury. They're going to have to ask, you know, Lockie just to play through the potential sting and the pain there of that cut. They're going to need Will Ferguson to execute. They're going to continue to need the defensive support of both Davey Boys and Jack Howlett. Meanwhile, for Launceston, again, you know, the thing that's helping them there is that they're not settling. They're taking the best opportunity they can, and they're going to need to continue to do that. Stretch that floor. But when you get on that break, attack that rim hard and look for those second chance opportunities. It's going to be a massive last quarter, and really, as we mentioned, Ronnie, a good, you know, there's been a good section of each game so far, and this has probably encompassed all areas of the games we've seen so far.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's been great to watch, and sets up for a really great last quarter here. And like I say, final game of the day. Not many people around, by the way, too. Probably just a handful of us around, of course. But no, good to be out here for the final game of the day here. Of course, there's been games happening on court number 2 next door to us, and of course games out in Penguin as well. So plenty happening. And we'll have to update some scores for you tomorrow in our broadcast. But entertaining last quarter to come here.
Yes, entertaining last quarter to come. We've got 2 games processed already here, Ronald. So,
very good.
So I'm going to try and whack one more onto the drive of hard.
Yep.
It sounded worse than it should have. Hard drive. Thank you.
Yes.
We're going to minimise that. I'm going to delete the 2 hard copies.
So final quarter about to get underway. Henry Cox is about to get this one restarted for us.
Henry Scott, not Henry Scott, Anthony Scott.
Yes.
Why did I say Henry?
I was saying Henry Cox was going to
that would
inbound
be
the ball.
why. Gabe Hadley for 3. Bottom of the net.
Hadley on fire here from deep.
And that's a great start for Launceston, making it a 2-possession ball game already and putting Hobart on that back foot on their first possession.
Absolutely. So Boucher now into Rice. Rice, good play.
Lovely finish there by Lockie Rice.
Great work there. Boucher recognising Rice on that roll, and good work. So Foster. Now Benson. Hadley thought about it.
Now there's a man that they've got for that fourth quarter. Foster loves a jump shot.
He does. Foster short on that one. So up the floor quick here is Boucher. So now Rice for 3.
Ooh,
yes.
Flick of the wrist. Nice follow through there by Lockie Rice. Headband and all.
We're tied once again.
Now did they ask the clock to stop there by the ref?
Yes. When you blow that whistle,
the clock did not stop.
No. So that's a score table. That's a score table error. Meanwhile, Letty. Now Hadley with the on ball. Hadley gets through Boucher. Kick out to Foster this time. Can he try? No.
No good.
No, he slowly will get there. Boucher inside to Rice once again. That 1-2 tandem is working not too badly. As Howlett for the mid-range. Can't get that roll to go. Foster with the board. As we come back down here through Hadley. So Hadley slowing this one down. Again, looking for an option. Launceston stagnant on their offense here. They need to get some movement. Now, ball with Benson here at the elbow. Cox trying to work his cut through. Now Hadley on the handoff. Hadley from the free throw, yes.
Nice shot there, Gabe Hadley. And this has probably been the biggest period of him primarily being the offensive option here in this game, Ronnie. He's been a decoy, but I mean, the thing I think Hobart were probably scouting for, Boucher on the response, can't get it. But I think the thing they were expecting Hobart was for Hadley to be the main offensive option.
And on cue, he's got it and gets it to go, yes.
That's 7 quick points there for Gabe Hadley.
Yes. Certainly is. Margin out to 4 here, 72-68. You can make that, no, we'll stay at the same scoreline.
Keep it at what you want it at.
Yeah. Cox now has Foster in support. Cox goes up. But good defence by Davey. And now Letty. Now Foster. No, Rice had a hand on that.
I think he needs to get away from that shot there, Tom.
Yeah, he needs to change up his game. Meanwhile.
Yeah, Dwayne Davey wanted a hand in there.
Yeah, but Connor Westwood didn't see it that way. As Boucher now works through. Off glass. Can't get the 2 to go. Now Foster this time. See what he can do. And drew the foul.
He fell over.
Lockie Rice saying he fell over, but I mean, we were on a different angle here, so hard one to tell is Vandenberg. Oh, yes, Coach Hayden wants to talk about it?
No,
or was that Coach Davey?
Coach Davey.
Coach Davey wants to talk it over. So 7:06 remaining, 72-68.
So we're just in a bit of a, not a down patch here, Ronnie, but I mean, it's for Launceston. They've come out in the start they want, and this is Hobart's chance to revitalise and rebuild and try and really have a dip at this. And they're going to need to do that very quickly. That's about the only thing at the moment. They need to get involved as soon as possible. And even the basic things, understanding now, okay, Tommy Foster's not as warm. Don't leave him, but don't be so rushed to try and really push out at him, try and force him off the perimeter to give the ball up is probably not the best thing for us to do at the moment, just with the way he's shooting. Vice versa for Launceston, Gabe Hadley's the hot hand, but of course it's only going to take one little tweak of the defence for him to be zoned in. And Launceston have had such a good run at the moment of having multiple, perimeter offensive threats. So, I mean, the shots will come for Hobart, there's no doubt about it. They get them in a multitude of ways, but I think just at the moment they're kind of rushing to try and square this one up or get a lead, and if they can just relax a little, then things will just start to fall their way more naturally.
Yes, don't want to rush anything.
We still got to check you into the hotel.
Yes, we do. I did say to Charlotte we'll probably do that after we're done here. So,
do you know where it is?
Yes, we passed it on the way through, Jobo.
Did we?
Yes.
I hope so. We're at the other end of Launceston. We could be in some trouble if we haven't. Nearly out of bounds still there.
Nearly. Meanwhile, Hadley puts it to the floor. Good hands by Ferguson. Now Boucher here has a few red jerseys in front of him, so he needs to slow it down.
Oh,
That's an errant
Gabe Hadley
pass.
over the back.
Now, and it's going to be a foul on Gabe Hadley.
Yeah, come over the back. Yeah, easy call.
Yeah. I think Hadley just accepts that one and moves on. No, Hadley having some words. And again, let's fix up the wet spot. Of course, no floor wipers here this weekend as well.
Hang on a sec.
So Davey and Hadley just having some words.
It's a little exchange there.
Yeah, interesting.
And
Meanwhile, Rice down low.
nice entry pass to Rice.
Over Vandenberg,
Got it
yes,
as well.
and then Letty hits the floor, but that's okay.
So we've actually got all three lights lit up here for Hobart. Sub, bonus and time out.
Outs.
Why is bonus lit up?
I have no idea. No idea. And travel call.
This isn't a traffic light.
No, it's not, no.
Have they forgot to turn the lights off?
I reckon that's what they've forgotten to do, JB.
Oh, well. I mean, I know Enrique Iglesias is popular, but that song was famous in 2001. Surely someone's turned off the lights now.
Yes. Meanwhile, Davey continues on. Letty really up the ante there on the defensive end. Mind you, Rice goes up, can't get the two to go. Now Letty with it, off and running. Gives it off to Foster. Foster has to retrieve out.
And there's those no calls trying to go into the defender.
Yes. Again, the referee's been pretty good with that. As Vandenberg into Hadley, nice fake, and that's an unsportsmanlike foul.
An unsportsman. So that's, if that's Dwayne second, he's out. He's out. That's the game.
So
if that's his second,
he's out. So then he's DQ'd from the game.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yep.
So that's not only sub, that's out. Like from get your stuff and go.
Yeah, you technically either either have to go to the change. You have to go to the change room or the other court. As he's not happy. We can understand his frustration to some degree, but yeah. So he will head to the change room.
That has seen him exit unceremoniously.
Yeah. So Hadley at the line here for 2, and just long.
That's and to be fair, Ronnie, that's not something that I've ever seen happen to Dwayne. Ever.
No.
I've covered him for 4+ years, and pretty much every game I think he's played for 4 years, reserves and seniors. Every game he's coached, reserves and seniors. Gabe Hadley, bottom of the net.
He makes up those 2 missed free throws for a 3-pointer and marching back out to 5 here. But yes, I get what you're saying. No, Dwayne's one of the most
a cool collected customer.
Absolutely.
You know, I've seen Pui when he coaches get thrown out. I've seen Corey when he plays get teased and whatnot. But that's very unlike Dwayne.
Yeah.
Not making excuses, but I've never seen it.
No, nor have I either. Meanwhile,
Hadley again.
Hadley just off, follows his shot. Oh, he tried to go into Vandenberg there, but
Boucher can't even bend over for that ball.
no. So I think there's something with that back, as you're mentioning, JB. So we'll see what goes. Foster over Ferguson. Can't get the roll. Davey with the rebound. Now Boucher to come up the floor here. Just on 5 minutes remaining here. Launceston with a 3-point lead.
And it feels like more than 3 points.
Yeah, it does. And then Rice goes up. Howlett for the tip. No. And then the ball with Letty. Now, Letty goes up and another foul drawn. As he will go to the line for 2. And, yep, so foul will be called a Boucher.
Now, substitution, because that light is on.
That is on. Connor Westwood hasn't recognised that one yet. So unless it's on the shooter, yeah, it looks like it's on the shooter. Okay. So Letty can't make the first. He makes the second, and substitution now will come in. So Jai coming off and Lockie coming in.
So they're very, very happy with themselves at the moment, Launceston, but there is still half of this quarter to go. There's a lot of basketball to be played yet, boys.
Absolutely.
And Hobart are not a team that are going to lie down.
No. This will be right to the end, this one, as Boucher goes up. And, well, he drew a foul in the end, so it's going to be on Vandenberg. So Callum Boucher revisits the line for 2. Knocks down the first. So this to make it a 2-point game if he can be successful here. And does, so we're back to a 2-point ball game.
And they're going to be battling hard here. Gabe Hadley's been massive. He's got 10 points in this quarter. And surprisingly enough, Launceston are still within 2.
So Hadley over Davey, just short-armed it on that one. Rice with it now. As Rice comes down, good use of the body and gets the 2 to go. And now Hobart retake the lead by 1, 76-75.
Good shooting, Mr. Rice. And
so Cocker, now he's Josh Guy, who's found a bit more court time.
Falcon there for Boucher.
Yep. Now Hadley retreats back. Nice pass into Vandenberg.
And Corey Tavey is not too happy there. I believe he was not he came up. I don't think he wanted to come up there, and the up and under scored the points. But we're back again, 1-point ball game, this time in favour of Launceston.
Yes, we might see that lead change a little bit, and on cue, that lead changes once again. So timeout being called. 3:41 remaining.
Now, Ronnie, I think we should take an opportunity here for anything that needs to be packed away. If we can get it away, I think we should do it. So then we can make it as seamlessly as we can. So we'll take a muted pack-up break and we'll be back after the timeout. We're back in from the timeout. Ronnie, I'll join you in here as well.
So Cocker
Let me get you. You're up. I got you.
You're right. Hadley now with it. Harry Flint back out on the floor too here for Launceston. There's Cocker. Shot clock at 8. Launceston need to get busy. Cocker looking for Vandenberg.
Oh, he floats it up himself.
He got, and it was a good option too. So Lockie Cocker with it kindly too.
Yeah, it was a good, and again the lead changes. So backwards and forwards in this last quarter, and the story of course being no Davey, or Dwayne Davey at least. Callum Boucher's still in some pain. Gabe Hadley has torn up the scoreboard. Howlett for 3.
Can't get that to go.
Oh, Lockie Rice, too big, too strong, too good.
And we've seen that at under 22 action as well too, JB, where he's just been so strong on the boards and be able to get that put back, and
he's just a monster.
He does well. Just again, it reminds me a lot of back in 2018 where he really fought hard on the boards when he was down at the Friends School under me, being the coach down there.
Now, are they going to have to?
Has he got blood again? Has he?
Yeah, so it's a blood kit rule here. So as we have a look, we're going to replace the game ball, but they've got blood coming through again with Rice, which is again unfortunate. So
Marnie's just getting the spare game ball.
So, but Connor's going to have to wash his hands. I hope he washed his hands.
And they're going to try and quickly. Well, no, it has to be a sub. So Jordan Walker has to take the free throw.
Well, and to be fair, Geordie's not a bad shooter. We say that. Yeah, said that really loud, didn't I?
Will Ferguson just having a look up to the broadcast area.
Oh dear, what have I done?
Don't no.
Free throws. Shut up. Shoot
free throws. Meanwhile, at the free throw line, Jordan Walker to replace Lockie Rice.
He's a good free throw shooter.
He certainly is.
I told you he could shoot. Thank God I told you he could shoot.
Listen,
my goodness,
I'm
glad that went in.
Meanwhile, Cocker with it.
Ended up being a 1 point ball game. Launceston want a call.
Interesting no call there. But Davey obviously played good D on that one.
Is it 6:30? Yep, it's free of charge too, that call.
Yeah, free admission. Meanwhile, Flint down low. Flint puts it up, just short on that one.
Oh, no, Davey just creating some space.
Yes.
My goodness.
Davey with the rebound. So
quarter of a quarter to go.
Yep, 2 points is our margin here. 81-79 here as Boucher.
Mr. Boucher.
Now Ferguson. Boucher here. So Hobart going with a very young lineup. Davey, the only veteran out on the floor.
Splash!
But this young lineup will certainly prove something here. They're up by 4, 83-79.
Big basket there. Apologies on the consuming of the water. Hadley trying to get an answer. Nice dump down, but good eyes.
Howlett off and running. Slows this one down.
Yeah, Corey wants to get down and control things.
Yes. Of course, that's how CD loves to run his teams. Just a nice, slow, structured pace and get it through some sets hands for the good shot. Walker puts it to the floor. I think Walker's relishing his opportunity of playing in crunch time here. Ball goes out of play. Good defence from Launceston.
And Coach Pooey wants some, as Geordie comes out of some good minutes.
So,
I think he wanted a foul call there, but good to see Lockie Rice patched up once again. Get him in the rugby helmet with some cotton ball on it for tomorrow.
Absolutely. So Howlett to restart. So Boucher.
That's deep.
That is massive. Deep. And Boucher loves it. And Coach Harding has seen enough. He'll call timeout.
Again.
94 seconds to go. Margin out to 7 here.
And Callum's having a bit of a yap because he doesn't mind having a chat.
Yes.
Does not mind having a chat.
So, massive swing here in this last minute or two where the game has just gone back into Hobart's favour after a pretty good job by Launceston to, be up by only a few points. But this game has not blown out to any precaution here.
No, it hasn't blown out by any proportion. It's been nice backwards and forwards. And I'm pretty sure, Ronnie, if you just want to whack that one in a little garbage bin at the end there, that's close enough.
Yep.
Good off. No, we're breaking things again.
It's been one of those days.
Oh, ideally, the first thing you tried to break was yourself, and thankfully that didn't happen.
Yes, thank goodness.
But, they're still not going away, though. Like, this game is still 7 points, but it is still well and truly alive.
Yeah, it certainly is. And it will be interesting to see what does happen in this. Launceston need to get a plenty of time. They just need to get a high percentage shot. Get this back within 5 or 4. And then, really play this one out. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Hayden draws up here. Now, what's he doing? Is he advancing or is he is going to advance? So shot clock will go to 14. Of course, we're under the 2-minute mark here.
We've got to just pivot the camera to the right spot.
Thank you. So Flint to get us restarted. Of course, yes. If you overgo the out-of-bounds line, that'll be a tech foul. So Cocker goes for 3.
Oh, couldn't get the response.
No, he couldn't. Rice with the rebound. Now Ferguson off and running with Vandenberg to beat.
Oh, lovely
another
little shot.
foul has been drawn. And Will Ferguson will go to line for 1.
And this will be a chance to extend it out to 10 points. And Corey Davey.
He's standing the other end there.
He's very apt. Well, to be fair, I wouldn't have caught up with him either.
That's right. That's right. Again, the young brigade here doing a really good job here for Hobart Phoenix. And it's been great to see that younger lineup out on the floor here too.
Converts a free throw. So it's a 10-point game. And again, we talked about Hobart making that run.
So Cocker. And again, Boucher with some aggressive D. And that would be a foul here. And Cocker and Davey having some words. And
he's not afraid to have a yap either.
No, and of course, Lockie being that footballer won't back down either.
I don't reckon the smallest bloke in the stadium right now is probably going to have a couple of steps backwards either.
That's right. So, Corey saying something about elbows being thrown. So, but play will continue here. So Cocker now for the 3. Can't get that to go either. So Boucher up the floor here to Rice. Vandenberg, good hands there, able to save it.
Didn't have possession, so he can't get called for the travel.
No, he can't. As Hadley.
Minute to go.
Has to go for 3 now. Can't get that one. And then, well...
Corey's just dealt with him.
Yeah, Vandenberg had a hand on that and now a foul on the play here. As we just see if there's any...
So 5 team fouls.
5 team, yep.
We're still having a nice little conversation, mate.
A bit of talk happening out on the floor. Referee's telling them to move on.
Yeah, pretty much, guys. It's 50 seconds. Let's get on with the game.
Yes. 10 points is the margin. Fair to say.
Yeah, it is still 10 points, Ronnie. That's correct.
Yes. Yes, Launceston, couple of Launceston girls coming into court 1 here.
Yes, see there, boys.
Yes.
So it's an 11-point game. Clock's away.
So, yes, unless there's a quick couple of scores here from Launceston. And a technical foul's been assessed on Callum Boucher. So, Flint, Rice, a few people getting involved here. So, I thought it was 1, which it should be.
Should be 1.
It should be 1. I don't know why. Oh, both teams in the limit now. So.
What?
Oh no! You go back to the last point of play, which was Red had control of the ball.
Righto.
So therefore, yeah.
I reckon you've confused me as well,
Yeah,
Ronnie.
sorry.
But I'm with you. I would have probably thought another 2 as well because of the bonus, but it is only a technical. It's not a...
There wasn't a foul in the last point of play. Flint knocks that one out. Vandenberg, now Templar,
good
rejected by Rice. So Rice up the floor here to Ferguson. Ferguson slows this one down. Boucher now. So Rice will let the shot clock run here. Shot clock at 10. Rice decides to pull the trigger and missed everything. And Flint should come up the floor here. And Flint and the boys, no, Hadley's going to go for 3.
And that'll do it.
And now this time, they'll do it. A really good game of basketball, that should be said, regardless of those last few minutes, as far as, yes, the antics were concerned. But both teams played really well. And a good standard of basketball. Dwayne Davey now is allowed to come back out because the game has finished.
Yes, no, game is over and done there. And our day, Ronnie, is over and done. A good contest overall across 5. Good contests and good bits of play across all 5 days. I think it was a good standard of basketball overall. And, yeah, that about wraps us up. I mean, the only thing probably the downer there is a couple of technicals, a couple of unsporties. And, yeah, the uncharacteristicness of Dwayne Davey being tossed out of a game, something that in my 4-odd years following I haven't seen happen. So, as, Dwayne still goes over there. So, Ronnie, I reckon that wraps us up.
It does. Great first day of action here at the OVC Stadium in Launceston. We're going to be back for day 2 here all off at 11 o'clock tomorrow, but you'll see all our games on the West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel. So on behalf of Joe B, I'm Ronnie Riggs. We'll catch you again soon.
It's dinner time.